So what we've laid out there is the strategy, the capability build, and the governance processes that will hopefully get us to the top right-hand quadrant of this graph. So what are the leaders doing? So what I'm going to share with you now is what we believe the leaders in the industry are doing and how they're tackling this. The leaders are developing some kind of a user-centric strategy. It might not look like this one, so figuring out what do our users need and then designing for them. They're using a platform of some sort so that they're not beholden to any one device operating system. They're building capability with partners and expecting the partners and the teams will be blended and vary over time. They're implementing a second generation EMM platform with some kind of a tiered trust model, so it's not one size fits all for security. They're either investing in the capability of their internal people to manage mobility, or they're outsourcing it to a specialist to free up their people. They're managing change and measuring what needs to be measured and actively monitoring the adoption of their mobile solutions in the organization. And some of you do change management extraordinarily well. They're putting governance in place to capture the requirements and make sensible decisions around this project will go ahead, this one is rubbish, this one needs to come back next year with more clarity, and being able to filter demand into sensible decisions on what will get done. And then they're embracing agile to draw users into the process and accelerate mobility. Now, if you do all of that, do you think that's enough to succeed? I don't think it is. I think it's not. It's not enough. And the reason I say that is that I believe it will require the entire executive team of the organization, not just the CIO and CTO, for mobility to succeed. It is so complex and has so many implications. We believe mobility will require strong participation from HR because of the privacy, security, policy implications, from the COO because of the productivity implications. The chief exec really needs to be your chief evangelist if you're going to have a wholesale mobile transformation of the organization. It's like the internet 15 years ago. The CIO didn't figure out a company's web strategy and online strategy alone. It took the entire organization. But this time it's different because mobile is personal. It's intensely personal. And so it's got a whole bunch of implications that we didn't have with an online strategy. So we think this is where the leaders will draw the organization into their mobility strategy and thinking, and they will win the hearts and minds of their staff. And then they will win the hearts and minds of their customers and win market share. The traditional approach will be holding the CIO accountable to get it right on his own, and we think that won't work. But organizations who collaborate well and draw in the entire exec team, we believe they will succeed. So I'm going to stop here, and I hope this has been useful in giving you some thoughts around strategy, development, and execution. And on my last slide, I'd like to tell you a little bit about us. So as Uli kindly mentioned, we're a 10-year-old startup, or upstart, in the mobile space, and we're deeply passionate about enterprise mobility. That's all we do. I'll tell you first what we don't do. We do not sell mobile devices. We do not sell mobile plans. We're not part of that industry. But we work with large organizations to help them nail their enterprise mobility strategy and execute it. So we do the strategy piece, and we work with large, complex, diverse organizations. The bigger and more complex, the better. We do enterprise app development, mainly the complex stuff, where it's back-end integration, and dealing with a roadmap of apps, not just one, but a whole portfolio. We do mobile device management. We've partnered, where we work with the 6 largest global vendors. We've partnered with the top 2, and we're working very deeply with those. We also run a private cloud with users in 34 countries. We do mobile expense management to help our customers divert funds from the traditional telco category into their innovation. And then we support the users, and we do a service called mentoring, which was the very humble beginnings of our company 10 years ago, and which we've now delivered to 1 million people, which is all about changing behavior using mobile technology. So we bring those together to enable our customers to change, to use mobility to transform and change. So if there's an opportunity to work with you on any aspect of your mobile journey, please come and talk to us. The team and I will be able to stand outside, and we'd love to